guys, so I am back with a new video, and this time it is a speed paint as I promised. And I wish I could say it was a short video, but I'd be lying. It is almost 17 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to babble on for 17 minutes. Let's see how that goes. It might get a little random. Anyway, this time it is also a collaboration video, and I have been so excited to show you guys this. So in this one, I am collaborating with Art of Cadence, another YouTuber, and well, at first I guess I should tell you a little bit about Cadence. Well, if you don't already know her, which I probably think you do, but anyway, Cadence does a lot of digital art, and she has like she has a very chibi-ish kind of style. It's a very cool style, and it's very, very colorful. She is so bold with her colors, and I love that about her art. Um, it looks really, really great. At least I think so. Um, and so I am actually the one who asked Cadence. Rather, I went and saw some of her videos, and then I'm like, I have to try working with this girl. So I wrote her, hey, do you want to do a collaboration sometime? And she accepted, which I'm really happy about. And then she asked, so what do you have in mind? Yeah, to be completely honest, I had not thought it through at all. I hadn't really thought about what we should do or anything like that. I just asked her without thinking. So yeah, I do that sometimes. Anyway, so I wanted to do something where we draw like one drawing together, and she thought that was a really good idea. Instead of we each draw, a line art and then swap them out. So we are drawing one drawing together, and I kind of thought we should do like two different characters. They should be interacting somehow, and that was it. Then those were my ideas, and then I was just empty. So Cadence came up with a brilliant idea of drawing picking out two Pokemons, two of the starter Pokemons from the new Pokemon Sun and Moon, and we'd each draw a character, and we would draw them in like a fighting scene, and that was pretty genius. So I simply agreed. I thought it was really great, and she came up with the idea that we should do like a fighting scene in the treetops. Since I picked the fire Pokemon Litten, I think it's called. I'm not too sure here. I used to watch Pokemon as a kid, but I haven't followed Pokemon in a really, really long time. I don't really play the games anymore. But yeah, I think that is the name. And she is going to she would be drawing Rowlet. It's an owl. It's an owl-like creature. So yeah, so we decided we should draw like them fighting up in the treetops, and that is what you see me drawing now. I will not take credit for this though, because I sent Cadence a couple of sketches of like fighting poses of Litten, and then she just blew me away when she sent me back like a thumbnail that she did for our collaboration, and it was really, really good. And I will make a picture of that thumbnail appear on the screen now, hopefully. So there it is. You can see I simply drew exactly what she had already, planned out. So I decided to just use it because it looked so great, and so yeah, and then I was like, she uses digital media a lot, so I was like, oh, if I draw half of a drawing and color it, and she draws half of a drawing and color it, and we put them together, it's gonna look like two different pictures. So I asked her if it would be okay if I color the background with my traditional media, and then she could color in the characters and elemental attacks on her computer. And luckily, again, this collaboration was so easy for me because she simply agreed, which was really nice. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm just coloring in with my watercolors now. And if anyone is interested, I am using my Faber-Castell watercolors. It's a 12 set. And I'm drawing on, or rather painting on, printer paper. Yeah, that's as fancy as it gets here at my home. But I think it works out pretty well. So yeah, and Oh goodness, it took me a really long time because I'm still experimenting a lot with my watercolors. I am still not uh, used to them, so I start out really lightly and then I put on more and more color. I darken the color a little because you know if you make it too dark, I couldn't go back. There is no erasing, and I have to start over. So I start really light and then I darken it up, and I think it turns out pretty good. Um, I mean, it's not that bad. I'm a little bummed out because cause as you can see, the cat is, Litten is kind of, it's shooting a fireball, and I thought, okay, this is fire, so there's going to be light from the fire. So I do attempt to put on, like, to make it appear like, the fireball is, like, lighting up parts of the tree trunk that the cat's standing on and some of the leaves. But unfortunately, my printer does not really pick up on red and orangey colors for some reason. It's, it might be me who doesn't know how to, like, change the settings of my printer. But right now, I'm just gonna blame my printer for being stupid. It's not me. It's the printer. Okay, enough with the lame excuses. So anyway, and there's really not that much more to explaining what's going on here. Yeah, I I guess I could explain a little bit more. I mean, I'm guessing most of you already do know Cadence, but if you don't, there is at least one of her videos that I really, really think you should watch because it is my favorite. The best video, in my opinion, that she's put up is her Valentine's video. Um, that's because she draws a character that's very near and dear to my heart. Uh, she draws the alien character from, well, the horror franchise Aliens. So yeah, and uses it on a Valentine's card like drawing, and I just think that is absolutely genius. It's so good, you guys. You have to go see it, really. Um, and that is my favorite drawing. She's done a lot of really, really cool drawings. I do like them all, but yeah, that one is so good. It's special. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And like I don't think I've mentioned, she does draw like uh, digital art most of the time, but she does work a bit in traditional media as well. So if you're not into digital art, you can still go enjoy some of her videos. Um, and I have to say, during this collaboration, and well, till this very moment, I still feel a little bit guilty, really, because working with Cadence was just so easy. I mean, she just she figured out what we should do. She figured out how we should do it, and she came up with that brilliant thumbnail that I'm just really still. I mean, I would have never come up with that, and it was just so good. I mean, the composition, the perspective, it was genius, really. And it's like I feel like, well, I simply I practically just copied what she did and then colored it, and then that's it. So, Cadence, I'm really sorry I couldn't do more, but I do really like the finished result, and you know, uh, I hope I hope you guys will too. It's gonna be a while till I'm gonna show it. I'm not gonna show it to you guys before the end of this video, which is still, well, a little less than 10 minutes away, but yeah. So anyway, I'm almost running out of things to talk about. I just hope I get this video up because I talked to Cadence yesterday and we agreed to put it up today, and she's gonna do it in the afternoon, which is around evening time for me. But honestly, I came home a little later than I thought I would. So yeah. Anybody wondering where I've been? Well, it's finally summer here in Denmark, so I took my two beautiful dogs and my best friend out to like a lake that's kind of close to my house, a couple of miles away, and so we went, to just relax by the lakeside and just. I mean, Marco is a Labrador, so he loves to go swimming. So he went swimming a lot of the time, and Kia would dip his paws in the water to cool off, or otherwise he'd be lying in the shade. And of course, he's an Alaskan Malamute. He enjoys to walk a lot. So we walked a couple of times around the lake, and he got to meet a lot of, other dogs and a lot of people. He's very, very fond of other dogs and people. So yeah, we did my two dogs' favorite things today. And afterwards, we actually went to my friend's home, newly purchased house that, they're like renovating at the moment. So we went there to like, you know, uh, mm, mow the lawn and yeah, do a little bit of stuff, and the dogs could just relax. And so I have had a just an amazing day. It was really nice, especially, it's a nice break from being at work and worrying about sick grandmas and other stuff. So it's just been a very, very nice, fun, and relaxing day. I'm just hoping it's gonna be nice and warm again tomorrow. It's really, really nice. I love the summertime, but it's rare in Denmark that it gets this hot. It's been really, really nice today. Um, I'm pretty sure Keo's not a fan of the heat, but yeah, he will survive. And he can always log into my stable, which is always nice and cool. But yeah, dumb dog wants to be beside me all the time, so he follows me around, and I like to walk in the sunlight. So my poor dog, he's way too hot. Um. Anyway, oh yeah, and maybe I should apologize. Like, I have noticed watching this video that my head kind of pops into the frame sometimes. Um, yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I don't know why my hair absolutely needs to be on camera, but I cannot re-record this, so yeah, you're gonna have to put up with that. um, no real good excuses for it. I'm still new at recording. I have a couple of drawings. I have a drawing planned that I want to do, and I was like, I should record this, but I already created the sketch, and I'm like, all I need to do is like transfer this onto another piece of paper. I should have probably recorded me sketching, but I forget. It's still very new for me, this whole thing that I could actually create speed paints, which is like, it's really nice. I just need to get used to it and remember to actually record. And I'm not a fan of working with my camera either, because it's I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but it runs down. I mean, even though there are completely new batteries in it, it'll record for like 10 minutes and then it'll be like low battery. I just put in new batteries. How can you be low on battery? But when it's old stuff, it yeah, it swallows more power. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not a technician, not even close. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. And normally I was actually trying to record a video for you guys the other day, and normally my camera, when it's full or when it's about to run out of battery now, that's great. Battery, it'll beep to let you know that, hey, I'm dying now, but it didn't. So I drew for like, what, 20 minutes when I realized, oh, yeah, you only recorded for about 5 of those minutes. And then that was just kind of ruined. So, yeah, a new camera is definitely going to be on my Christmas list this year. That would be really, really nice. But, yeah, we'll have to make do with what we got. And honestly, I think this works pretty well. This is my first time trying to use, what is it called? Windows Movie Maker. And, I've heard a lot of complaints that it's not supposed to be a very good program, but I have to say it was actually easier to work with than I thought it would be. It was pretty easy to figure out, and it didn't, it didn't suddenly flip out and erase anything just randomly or bug up or anything like that. It was just, it was pretty easy to use, and it has not given me any trouble whatsoever. Not yet, anyway. So hopefully it'll continue to be like that. Um, so yeah, now it's just me needing to figure out how to put these pictures in there, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. So hopefully they will pop up on the screen when I say they will appear. Um, hopefully. If not, well, I don't know. They have to. Well, otherwise, I guess I could leave a link to my DeviantArt below, which I should probably do anyway, and put them up there. which is something that I should probably do anyway. So yeah, there are gonna be options. It's always good to have options, isn't that right? So oh, what to talk about? There's barely 2 minutes left, so I guess this is about the time where I should say, well, I am hoping that you're enjoying this video, and generally just that you enjoy the videos that I put up here, and that if you have anything you want to ask me or any feedback or whatever's on your mind, you can just write me a comment. I will be sure to check. I will be sure to check the comments frequently to make sure that I haven't missed anything. I mean, oh yeah, and I should probably celebrate because I'm actually over 20 subscribers, which is not something I expected since I'm not on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or any other social media site. So I'm really surprised that I have 20 people, well, more than 20 people that are interested in what I'm doing. So, woohoo! Uh, Definitely not something I expected, but I am very, very happy about it. I mean, I very much appreciate you guys spending your time watching these videos. And like I said, if you have anything you want to ask me or anything you would like to see me do, um, then leave a comment. And if I have the time, I might, do it. So that's about it for this video, and don't worry, I will show you a picture of the finished piece, but this is about as well as it gets for the traditional part of it. And if you haven't already, then go watch Cadence's half. I will be sure to leave a link hopefully below, and that's it for now, so bye.